Welcome to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast,
where we've flipped the script with our groundbreaking modus operandi to bring you real, relevant, and relatable tactics and techniques to master your own play to win mindset.
Talk about a superpower. It's time to iron your cape.
What we know for sure is what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one is really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
Welcome to the Edge, where playing not to lose is not an option.
Today is not Yogi Berra.
No,
it's Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins, one of the quotes he has is, successful people ask better questions, and as a result, they get better answers. I love that quote because it really emphasizes the idea that the quality of your question is going to impact the quality of the answers that you get. So if you're asking, well, truthfully, if you're getting shitty answers, you're not asking great questions.
I totally agree with that. I am a self-professed queen of questions. I can come up with them on the fly. Some are better than others, but I definitely pride myself on asking questions to get different perspectives, different insights, different viewpoints that maybe I wouldn't know that much about.
Yeah, you're great on asking questions, and the questions that you ask are really, they're thought-provoking, right?
Yeah.
They get people to think because, so for instance, I'll go out and I'll be gone for the day.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Just sit.
So let's say she will have lunch with her cousin, right? Something like that. So I'll come home, I will be at home, and I'll say, how was your lunch? And she'll be like, it was good. And that's it. That's it. I have to then go into investigative mode to get any information. And it's not necessarily that Karen's withholding information. It's just not her natural tendency. So then I'll say, well, what was the hot topic of the day? And what do you think drives that? And I'll just ask question after question, and I get all this great information because, like I said, it's just the setup of the situations. But through endless conversations like this that I have with Karen, that's how I'm a master at really good questions, because I like to be in the know. I like to be involved. I love to hear what's happening with people. And so it's a way I've actually perfected it.
You have. And sometimes she's a little nosy.
Oh, 1,000%. So let's talk about a few different things. One of the things I do love about you, Karen Sullivan, is that you are the queen of a Post-it note that might be under your glass top of your desk or up on your whiteboard. You have certain questions. And I know that there are two that you have always defaulted to that really are powerful. The so what, now what questions, right? So we're going to throw those two questions in with a total of 5 to help you think through different types of questions that you can ask that can really help and boost strategic decision making. It's a good way to say it.
And I might at the end, if I remember, well, I probably will now, throw in 2 bonus questions. These are not strategic, but they are 2 bonus questions that are in my back pocket all the time as well.
All right. So these are different categories of questions. So let's talk about investigative question. It's simple, it's easy, it's what's known, right? So whenever you're looking at a problem or a challenge or trying to figure out the best way to move forward, it's about clarifying the purpose, asking what do we want to achieve, what do we already know, and getting a lay of the land so that everybody's on the same page. So often people go into meetings and they start talking about solutions before they agree upon with what's known.
Yeah, I agree. And part of this also is it really helps to clarify the purpose, right? Let's get the balance and let's really understand what everybody understands.
Yep. So that's getting all that on the table. The second type of question is a subjective question, and it's what's unsaid, right? So this is about What are we not saying about this particular project? And this might be where there's reservations or frustrations or points of tension, maybe hidden agendas, but really allowing the space to have people talk about what are we not talking about that we should be talking about when it comes to this particular issue.
And it's important to do this now because it's then if you do it now in the beginning, it's not going to have things going sideways later on during the conversation.
Yeah, I love it. And then going into one of your favorites, the so what question, right?
So what? That's it. So what? And sometimes it's a little bit more why are we even talking about this? But yep, just so what?
That's an interpretive question. And it allows the team to talk about and go below the surface to draw out any implications of any observations or ideas.
And this is really about sometimes the thing behind the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what are it's a great question after the what are we not talking about, because it does help you find those, I don't know, sometimes where the bodies are buried.
Fourth question is a speculative question. Speculative question. I'm fine with mispronouncing things.
And spelling.
Oh, yeah, not a great speller. Anyway, and that is what if, right? So this is about how do we, what if this, what if that, what, I wonder if, right? All of those kinds of things, well, are questions that can reframe the problem. We talked about this a few episodes back. Go back and listen to it about the elevator, right? And are focusing on the real solutions that could be there. It's about exploring out of the box ideas. And then lastly, we have the now what, which is a productive type question. It's about, all right, now that we've come up with this, where do we go? What's the action? What do we need to do to GSD?
Yeah, and this really translates, and the insights, like Jen just said, go into action here. And this is where you get like the resources and concrete next steps to make sure that you have those tangible outcomes. And Jen, I just want to reinforce that this order really works well to explore the whole issue. So you move from understanding to uncovering hidden facts to what are the implications, what are the possibilities, and now let's, it's time to hit the ground running. So there is structure, and it does get you, get you to a decision. And it's just it's a little bit more of a structured approach, and I think a lot of people like the structure of the strategic approach.
I love it. So I'm just going to repeat those in the order that they are. What's known, what's unsaid, so what if, now what? Short and broad, baby. So did you have some bonus questions, Karen?
I do, and these are 2 questions that I like to ask individuals when I'm working with them, and I think it's also important to have teams do a little bit of reflection, because the first question is do you really want to do better? Or do you really want to be better? And if the answer is no, great, I'm done. Right? We're finished. The second, well then if the answer is yes, the second question is, are you willing to feel the discomfort of putting in so much more effort and trying new things that might feel weird and different and they won't work right away? Are you still in? And that right there is where you get true commitment, because change is going to be uncomfortable and it's going to feel weird and it doesn't feel right, but that's where the true growth happens.
I love it. Very good. There you have it. 5 + 2.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast.
Craving more? Of course you are.
Check out our website at kickstartyouredge.com,
where we fire you up, fan the flames of your competitive edge culture, and ignite your tenacious pursuit of an all-out play-to-win mindset.